Hi guys, my name is Ehinor and I'm on with Gibraltar Medical, an organization dedicated to serving the community. So let's have a conversation about what it means to be an immigrant in today's America, and potentially how some of our first generation siblings may also have to navigate life within America with immigrant parents. So a little bit about myself. I was born in Nigeria, and my parents and I, along with my two sisters, we immigrated here. And I can say that even from the start, it was a challenge. My parents kept a very Nigerian view of the world and refused to assimilate into this American culture, which they, in a lot of ways, felt was inferior to the Nigerian culture. So growing up, we struggled with our identity. Who are we? We'd see our classmates and they lived a certain way, and we wanted to live like them while we were at school. We'd have to turn around and be our Nigerian selves again. So it was as if we were walking within two worlds and never really were a part of either one. So I also have two brothers who were born here, and watching them grow up, it's a little different in the sense that they are Americans, they were born here, but they still have that challenge of having Nigerian parents who only see the world in a certain way. The big issue with being Nigerian and living here in the States is that self-identity is oftentimes, garnered from those you live around. And when you don't assimilate with the people that you live around, then you oftentimes end up feeling very isolated. And that was what, I felt a lot growing up here in America, was that I didn't have an identity, because when I'm at home, I have no choice but to be who my parents want me to be. And then when I went out and I wanted to be like my friends, there was always the, ever-present reminder that I really wasn't like them. So all of us, what we did was we changed the way we spoke. We changed our accents. We did everything we could to sound just like everyone else. And, it's funny, sometimes when I would, be speaking to my parents and a friend would hear me, they would be wondering, when did I develop an accent? And mind you, I've always had this quote unquote accent, but, we learn how to turn it off at will. So one of the things that I think really was a huge challenge for me growing up was finding friendships. My parents, because they didn't really trust a lot of Americans, just because of, when they're back in Nigeria, these are the things that they hear, be terrified of Black Americans because Black Americans are out here to harm you. Black Americans are lazy. There are lots of stereotypes that us as Nigerians, we also ascribe to when looking at Black people. And it really prevented me from standing firm in the identity that I have in this country as a Black man. So once again, I walked between two worlds and belonged to none. So one of the things that I feel like a lot of Nigerian parents really need to understand is that you're not in Nigeria anymore. So you cannot act or expect your children to act as if they are in Nigeria. The rules here are completely different. And a lot of times there are lots of kids who end up bullied in school because their parents want them to act and be a certain way. But while it may work back home, it puts you in the crosshairs and in the target for lots of people who just aren't nice. I'm not saying that we should lose our identity or that you should pretend to be somebody that you're not. But I think it's important that parents recognize that there are struggles that their children have to go through. Just being kids in general, it's tough, and kids can be some of the cruelest people. Now, mix that in with being from a completely different cultural background, and you can see that oftentimes it becomes more of a challenge because the understanding of how to navigate through this world is often taught by parents. And when your parents don't know how to navigate the world, doubly so, it makes it harder for the children to navigate a world where they can't even come back to their parents and tell them certain things have occurred because they are afraid of their parents just going and making things worse or embarrassing them.